Salutations, ladies and gentlemen, back with more Age of Empires 3, and we got a Malta versus China today on the Horn of Africa. Very small, very action-packed, and often very bloody map. So let's dive right into it. In the north of the map, playing in the color blue, we do have Guts, who is helming the Maltese, and his opponent is Aliug in the color red in the south, playing as China. Malta versus China is an interesting matchup because they're both two civs that aren't really put in like the top 5 in terms of power, but they're both very strong civs. It's just the caveat is you have to be very, very experienced with them. You have to have a lot of knowledge about the quirks, the ins and outs, and all of the different kind of unit comps that these civs can do and all the different builds and all the different cards. You know, obviously with China, you have the wonders and you have the batch armies, which can make it a little bit awkward. And then you have the consulate as well. So there's a lot of mechanics you have to try to balance. This isn't Ottoman where you can have 10 APM per minute and still be in the top 100. Ooh, nice pickup by Guts here. He's going to be, no, this is Aliug, going to be picking up 90 food. And that Disciple is just so good. I mean, two scout civs are really just in a league of their own. Except Dutch. But, you know, Malta is also one of those civs that you got to know about the commanderies, the commandery units. You have to know about the upgrades. You have to know how to, you know, kind of balance commanderies with hospitals. You got to get eco, you got to get Wignacore and settler wagons and market upgrades. And so, yeah, these are two high ceiling civs, but when they're played by good players, they are some of the most entertaining to watch in the game. Of course, Malta might be my favorite civ to watch in the game. Let's take a look at Guts' deck. It's actually a really standard deck. Nothing too out of the ordinary here. German Tongue, which has basically become the go-to build. Unless you're going for a very naked crossbow pike, I'm pretty sure everybody does German Tongue. But I could be wrong about that. Then 700 wood, 600 wood, Wignacore. I mean, you usually send those first 3, maybe 700 coins instead of 600 wood. Usually it's just kind of a question of which order you're going to send them in. Most high-level players that I know, ooh, nice wood pickup here. Ooh, it's going to be a wood trickle. Very good. Most people that I know send 700 wood and then Wignacore. But I do see builds where Wignacore comes in right away because it is such a good upgrade. And, oh, no. Did somebody lose their, oh, wow, look at that. Catamaran going down for Guts. That's actually going to lose him a lot of scouting. These little catamarans, they can do so much work around the edge of the map. And it's even going to siege down this trading post with a whopping, what is it, 10 siege attack? No, 20 siege attack. Is he going to kill this thing? I mean, if he keeps at it for a long time, oh my God. He might even snipe a trading post with a catamaran, a free unit. Oh, I love that from Aliug. Ooh, treasure contention here. Possible 2 leopards guarding 70 wood. That's going to be juicy for Malta. Of course, Malta needs that early game wood. They need to get those market upgrades, and they need to get that 450 wood for German Tongue. And so going to be a little bit out in the cold not being able to gather that because there's no way, even though the Maltese Explorer is very, very strong, that extra Disciple with his 10 hand attack, it's just too good. And then the critical hits that you can get with the Chinese Explorer as well. Meanwhile, let's take a look at Aliug, see what he's doing. We're going to see a China Ball. I mean, that is inevitable. The China Snowball has been a part of the metagame since the very beginning. It used to be exclusively age 3. So, you know, China was basically the Asian Spain where they FF'd every game and they always, you know, just kind of went Arquebusiers, Changdao, and then Cav. And that was just the China build. But we have been seeing a lot more variety in the DE era of China. They have some really good age 2 rushes, actually. We've seen some cool flamethrower stuff. Not going to be seeing that from Aliug. It almost looks like his is more age 4 oriented, which is another age that China has gotten a lot better at. And oh, look at this, the 26 Rattan Shields. These guys, with a couple of upgrades, can just get so insane. But it doesn't look like he has those. It looks like we're going to be seeing, okay, so this is a very standard China build now. I think a lot of Chinese players have gone away from the naked FF and they've gone into this 7-step rider 700 gold combo. So it's like kind of China's version of a semi FF, except they don't have to build a stable. Because honestly, I mean, making Cav an H2 for China just wouldn't be very viable because of their batch armies, which has always been kind of China's weakness and strength at the same time. Is, you know, the fact that China can't really mass one unit. So one unit spams are actually quite good against China. Oh, the Catamaran is gonna go down. Oh, he leaves with 3 HP. Oh man, and it didn't even get close to taking down that TP. So that hype was for nothing. But look at this, Guts actually making a really nice wall in his base using this this Somali settlement. In come the Step Riders. These guys are not very scary, Cav, but they are going to pick up the Explorer. They're going to delay the collection of the 700 wood. And yeah, I mean, Aliug's macro is already very, very clean here. He's going to be aging up to H3 probably before the 6-minute 30 mark, depending on how fast he gets that 700 coin gathered up. But going to be sieging down this trading post. Step Riders actually have really good siege. 25 siege on a cavalry unit is nothing to scoff at. But Sentinels coming out, guys. These are insanely good units versus Cav, especially if they get those pole arms out in melee range. They just decimate Cav, especially Step Riders, who are quite impotent. But we're going to see 700 wood first, followed by Wignacore Constructions, the most standard multi-card order ever. And let's see, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4 settler wagons out already. So a pretty greedy eco from Malta. No plans to go up to age 3 by the looks of it, but we're already seeing the forward village from China and the Step Riders coming back in for more. And if they could pick off a settler wagon, that would be amazing. But it looks like they're going to be going for this villager extend. Nice cut off by Aliug. He's going to trap that villager. Is he going to catch it before it gets to the commandery? No, he's not. That was really nice micro from Aliug, trying to keep that villager from getting belled in. But he's going to be able to get at least 4 of those Step Riders out. And these guys are so cheap. So even the bell up time that he's getting for Malta is still very, very worthwhile. And what is he doing over here? He's sending a ton of villagers. Is he sending a command? Always building a commandery on the coast. I like that. Okay, this is a nice play by Guts. He's sealing off this coin mine and this hunt very, very early. And of course, you know, you get down as many commanderies as you can, and then you can send that just insane Knights of Rhodes card, which gives you the Templars. And I have seen way too many Malta games where people underestimate that card and they siege under a commandery and then they just get bodied. So we'll see if China makes that mistake today. But of course, Aliug, a very good player, already into age 3 before the 8-minute mark, which for China semi-FF, that's pretty darn fast. It's not like the auto naked FF, but of course, bottom in is broken, and we all know that. And so 600 wood coming in for Malta, making some order Hussars, which is going to be a nice counter to China. China needed to get out some Chang Dao here. He's sending intervention. That's going to be good as well. Going to be getting out the red coats from the consulate. Sentinels out here, but they're only H2. Oh god, Aliug's even making some disciples. And these can be incredibly frustrating to deal with. He's gonna pick off a villager there as well, very nice. But these disciples, they soak up so much damage. And Commandery TC, Minutemen could also be called here, so pretty good pressure from Aliug, but nothing that Guts is worried about. Oh, and a nice pop of Order Hussars! Oh, but the intervention arrives just in time, and that was very, very, very lucky for Aliug. If those guys had not popped out, and if this forward village hadn't been there, all of those arquebuses would have been cleaned up. So, wow, either very nice timing from Aliug or just very, very fortunate. And 11 Changdaos coming out as well. 10 Changdaos, excuse me. Gonna be really good anti-cav. Basically discount Templars or like discount Doppelsodners. I mean, you have to have them in your comp. I feel like if China could just 1 unit mass, they wouldn't make Changdaos. But nah, it's just how China is. They're a good body blocker, but they do get hit pretty quickly from range, and they do go down pretty fast. Wow, a lot of upgrades coming in here for Aliug. Guts now sending 8 crossbows. Yeah, he doesn't really have a lot to send. Hospitality could try to get aged up, but he doesn't really have the resources for it. And he's going to be popping out more Order Hussars. Unless he loses this commandery, it's going to be close. Oh, is he training him from this commandery too? No, he's not. Okay, he's training him for his far commandery over at the tip of the horn. So very, very nice. Not going to be losing those Hussars. Going to be able to get a full 5 in. I don't know if this is the right play from Aliug. He's spending a lot of time sieging these high HP buildings when he could be getting into the cookie jar and dealing with the economy, or taking out these low HP hospitals. So I don't know if sieging the market is wise there, but I mean, he's getting a lot of damage in. He's disrupting the Maltese economy a lot, but now with the 8 crossbows and the Minutemen and the reinforcing sentinels and the Hussars being used to just keep everything pinned down, you don't want to keep them in prolonged combat versus the Chang Daos, but just to keep everything in range so that these sentinels and Minutemen can get their full use. And this is really nice micro here from Guts, though it is going to cost him some of his Hussars, but I think that was very, very worth it. Killed a lot of Chinese units there, but in come the Meteor Hammers, and they are also going to be fighting back. Now, Order Hussars will do pretty well against the Meteor Hammers, but the Chang Dao are going to even that fight out very quickly. But here come the Sentinels into melee range, and now we're seeing why they're so good against Cav, and they are just going to instantly put down those Meteor Hammers with a vengeance. Minutemen still out, and some Order Hussars still on the map as well, but these Disciples being so irritating, keeping the Maltese cavalry from the cookie jar. And is there going to be some sort of shipment? And perfect. Oh my god. Aliug with his timings right now. He's just either getting so lucky, or these are coming out perfectly. That's 2 times that Malta almost broke the forward position of China, and just the popping of units saved him. So yeah, really good fight there. And that was about as well as Guts could have done it. I mean, he pinned down a lot of units with his cav. He did lose some of his crossbows, a few sentinels, but honestly, probably a pretty decent trade for him. 700 coin coming out now. It's still going to be a while before he can age up, and he is on berries. So it's definitely in Aliug's favor right now. He is in age 3. He does have a lot of extra time that he's been able to tech up. Though the China ball, the snowball, is it sort of running out of steam? Let's see. He's got 2 shipments left, but they're both food and coin heavy. So I don't know. Maybe if Malta holds this next push and gets up to age 3 without taking too much damage, he might actually be in a good spot here. It's 33 Vils for China, 34 for Malta. He is now in transition to age 3. Could still send hospitality, but it wouldn't lessen the cost of his next stage up. Or would it? Would it lessen the cost to age 4? I'm not sure. I almost never use those fast age up cards. I don't know. It's like the principle of it. It's like Lionheart with markets. I don't know. Just something about those cards rubs me the wrong way. So I don't know if I've ever actually sent one of those. All right. Ooh, big scary mass here of, we got Redcoats, a couple of Chang Daos, and a lot of disciplined Arquebus. So could be scary. I think this commandery is definitely not going to be long for this world, though. Some Order Hussars are coming out. Maybe another nice timing here. He's targeting the Chang Dao, but more reinforcing cavalry. And, okay, so the Order Hussar are going to be coming out. And we're seeing an age up, and oh my god, the Hospitaller's coming out as well! Oh, they were coming in with the age up, and it ends up he did send the hospitality. And I have to eat my words because that shipment came in so handy. These Hospitallers, they are doing work against the Arquebus, but at the same time, the Flying Crow is coming in. It's going to immediately get put down, but because these Sentinels don't have veterancy yet, they are not going to last, and it is going to end up being a victory for China, but a costly one. He did lose a lot of his Chang Daos, a lot of cav, but again, look at the China ball. The China ball, it keeps coming, and it don't stop coming. Oh my god, and these cav are so tanky. They have 30% range resistance. They have a 370 HP, and they're not even that expensive. I mean, they're 240 food, which, when you think about it, a cav unit that costs all food is actually kind of insane. Now, the Meteor Hammers cost all coins, so it evens out with the batch armies, but oh man, the Maltese army has just been annihilated. Granted, the Chinese army is also looking pretty weak. Reinforcements continuing to come in, but the China shipments are drying up, and the economies are still quite even, 34 to 38 now in China's favor. He's just been able to pump out villagers with impunity here. And we do have a lot of Maltese vills that have been forced onto berries, have been forced to move around a lot. His food economy is non-existent right now. That's why, oh, what is he building here? He's building an artillery foundry. Okay, a nice adaptation here from Guts. So he's going to be going with falconets, I presume. Falconets and Sentinels will do pretty well, but if China continues to go heavy cav, I don't know how useful those falconets will be. And also, Aliog's micro is just so good. So he's not one to get caught with a lot of cannon volleys if he can help it. And look at this. Look at how many disciples he's made. He's even, I think that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 disciples in that army. Oh, that is just pure rage bait. Targeting the Changdao. Nice move by Guts here. 1 hospital going to go down. 3 falconets in queue. He's not going to get a 4th one out, but just 3 falconets will be enough to ward off this Chinese army. But, oh, are they going to get caught? He needs to pop them out on the far side here. Oh, this is going to be very close. The falconets, though, they need to unpack. They need to unpack. Oh, no. Those, like, 2 seconds. Oh, they could have been so much more effective. Now, he did kill a lot of the arquebus there, but, oh, if they had unpacked as soon as they had come out, they might have been able to get a 2nd volley off, and that would have been huge. I mean, these China units, these infantry units, they are very numerous, but they are built like paper, which is kind of China's thing. I don't know. Like, they're not quite as expendable as Russian units, but still, you know, they are pretty expendable, which is why they're so cheap. I mean, arquebus are only 85 coin. Changdaos are how much food to balance that out? They are 95 food. Yeah, I mean, that's just not very expensive at all. Let's see, how many HP? 138 HP. Has Aliog been sending upgrades for these guys? Oh, yeah. Okay, so he sent Territorial Army Combat, which upgrades Arquebus and Changdao. No other upgrades besides that, but wow, that's a really nice card. I mean, any card that upgrades 2 units is an amazing card, right? You know, the ones that upgrade, I guess Cavalry Combat is one of those. Archaic Infantry Combat. Is there any card in AoE 3 that just upgrades 1 unit? Maybe I'm just talking out of my ass here. I'm not sure. Gonna be a nice volley here. Gonna be able to kill. Come on, get another volley. Oh, he's gonna kill 1 more arc there. But yeah, he's just trying to get those juicy volleys onto the Chinese infantry ball. Flying Crow now out. And, oh, we have Trip to Jerusalem. He's gonna be getting how many resources from that? He's going to be getting the full 1,200. I don't know. Would a fixed gun be better here? I almost wonder, because you know this push is coming, right? Maybe send a fixed gun, but... Oh, no. Oh, Aliog's made hand mortars. It's going to make it so hard for those falconets to get in. These guys are such a nice counter to falconets, because, again, they're so cheap. They're 140 resources, and they do great siege damage in mass. They do well against artillery in mass. Granted, they are paper thin, so they'll die to pretty much anything. But still, really useful. Is this guy where's this guy going? He's drawing in the falconets. He's being used as bait, baby. But again, yeah, okay, so Aliog knows. Aliog knows this is the cookie jar. This is where all of the important buildings are, so he's not going to mess with the town center. He's going to go straight for the gut, take out all of the production buildings, but I don't know. Guts is kind of trying to build a new base, a home away from home. He's going to take out a village, which I do not think is going to be an even trade for losing a commandery. Well, not a commandery, a foundry. Oh, he's losing all his houses. Oh, he's popped. He's down to 110 population. He's got 117 worth of units right now. All these falconets. These falconets. This village is now actually getting in the way. It's getting in the way of him being able to micro. And these hand mortars, they are in such a perfect spot. They are untouchable right now. And the Chinese army is just wreaking havoc. Especially these Changdao's 28 siege attack on those guys. But now we got Order Hussars coming in along with Veteran Sentinels. This could be a good matchup for Malta if he's able to get a good engagement though. But he can't allow those Changdao's to get onto his Hussars. But a good group is getting in there now. And now the Chinese cavalry is joining the fray. All of the falconets except 1 are dead. Most of the hand mortars are dead as well. The Flying Crow goes down, but there's just too much. The China ball, it's gained too much momentum and it won't be stopped. The Arquebus being alive to fight the rest of these Sentinels, that is critical. And yes, once again, the Chinese army takes a ton of losses, but it is well worth it. Oh my gosh, Guts, that is like the 3rd or 4th fight where he's come this close to recovering. But at this point, he's lost so much infrastructure. His food economy is so weak. that whether he gets out these 2 batches of Order Hussars, oh, wait a second, Knights of Rhodes is on the way. 12 Hospitallers are about to pop out. This could save the game. What's it gonna be? Oh, where'd they pop out? I think they're gonna pop out on this commandery right here. It looks like it. Order Hussars coming out as well. Knights of Rhodes now being unleashed. And look at the damage. 20 hand attack, 250 HP. They're gonna clean up the Arquebus. And now the Chinese units are finally realizing what's going on. And where are the Order Hussars? They're so far away, they're not gonna be able to reinforce. But the hand mortars are gonna go down, and a beautiful cleanup from Guts. But I don't know if it's gonna be enough to save him, because honestly, look at how quickly the Chinese army has recovered. So much cav, so many iron flails, so many meteor hammers, and all he needs is just a little bit of ranged infantry to shoot down the rest of these Knights of Rhodes, and he will be right back on top. Flying Crow gonna throw one in, kill 1 Knights of Rhodes instantly. Order Hussars going in without reinforcements, and now the micro is getting a little bit sloppy here from Guts. This one Chang Dao is keeping 2 Knights of Rhodes busy. Look at that. Look at the duel with the great swords. And even if all of this Chinese cavalry goes down, it is the last gasp of the Maltese player. Oh man, that looked for a moment like it could have been the comeback. But like I said, guys, once the China snowball gets rolling down that hill, there's very little that can stop it. I mean, you gotta kill China's momentum early. Otherwise, I mean, this is what you get. You just get unending hordes of units. And no matter how many you kill, I mean, as long as China gets an even trade or even-ish with your army, it's going to be so good for them. And I mean, China's map control is just absolutely dominant. He's got the coin mines. He's got the food. I don't even know where. Oh, Guts is switching to crossbows because he doesn't have any coin. He has access to no coin. So he's going to go crossbow Order Hussar here, which I don't know, with all these Chinese cavalry. I mean, maybe if he gets time to get steel boats and not steel boats, steel bolts and archaic infantry, maybe he has a chance. I mean, mass crossbows from Malta, they are insanely good. Malta probably, no, I can say Malta is the best crossbow civ in the game. But crossbows at the end of the day are crossbows, and these guys have no anti-cav. I'm actually surprised that Aliag hasn't tried to go in on these crossbows yet. I guess he wanted to take out that commandery first. And yeah, I mean, he could produce a lot of crossbows here. He could produce a lot of crossbows. But look at this now. Oh, man. Manchu archers are coming out. These guys are insanely good. Basically veteran cav archer units. But, oh, gonna get you the Flying Crow. That's a nice catch by Guts. And he's going to need small victories like that if he hopes to stay in the game. He's got to play basically perfectly from here on out. He's down 6K score. He does have a decent army, but China's army is also looking quite scary. And I don't know how he pushes into this. 2 castles, a war academy, a village for easy shipment locations. And there's just not a lot of reinforcing backup here from Malta. He's making pikemen, which do have veterancy, but against the Chang Dao and the Arquebus, unless Aliag just gets sloppy with his cav, I don't see those pikemen doing hardly anything. And, ooh, maybe he could get a nice couple of shots here on the Manchu. Guts is being, he's got a lot of guts here, I'm telling you that, because he's pushing up on an army that I'm not convinced he can beat here. And yeah, look at Aliag sees it. He's finally turning around. He's going, hey, wait a minute, I'm stronger than you. And now it's about to get ugly. Look at how quickly these pikemen go down to the Chang Dao. They don't stand a chance. Hussars are going against Chang Dao purely, and that's not good micro. But I think Guts, I think he knows he's putting these pikemen in cover mode, but it's just not going to work. Oh, man. And once again, great placement from these units here. Putting these Arquebus behind the village, making them inaccessible to the crossbows or the pikemen. And that's going to be a clean sweep from Aliag. And what a clinic on how to play China. The early age 3 pressure, but never overcommitting, getting all of those fights to go slightly in his favor. And against such an efficient civ like China, I mean, those fights just stack and stack and stack. And yeah, just really, really well done by Aliak. And really well done by Guts, too. Like, there were 3 or 4 fights where I was like, oh, he's done it. He's breaking the contain. He's going to push out. He's going to siege down these villagers. And it just never quite manifested. But yeah, really, really fun game. I mean, as you can see, resources incredibly close. Military actually pretty close when you weigh in the fact that China's units are very, very expendable. Let's take a look at the timeline here. Villager count actually in Guts' favor until about halfway through the game. And then Aliak, oh wow, look at this Vil production. It just takes off. And yeah, a lot of stagnation here while he was under pressure, which is totally understandable. And then, yeah, look at this. This is where the tell of the tape is, right? There was one fight where Malta got off better than China, but even a margin that's this close is still good for China. Everywhere else, China lost a lot of units, but never quite as many as the enemy, and they just always had so many more to spare. But guys, I hope you enjoyed that high-level Malta versus China. Not a matchup you see all the time, but yeah, I liked it a lot. I'll be back with, what am I saying? Okay, English. I'll be back with more Age of Empires 3 in a little bit, but until then, have a great day, have a great life. See you later.